Jada is back at it here to give everyone another bartender ranking video. As back in August of 2019, I ranked my top 20 favorite bartenders of all time. Well, flash forward 2 years in August of 2021, it's time to do it again. Now, this list has changed because, well, places close, people move to different establishments, or people move out of town, or whatever reason. So, I'm going to count down my top 20 favorite bartenders of all time. Starting with number 20, we have Jean from Next Door Brewing. Now, she's no longer there, and truth be told, I only actually saw her bartend one time at this location. Now, she's had lots of bartending jobs over the years. I just never got a chance to go see her at those particular jobs. But this was the one opportunity that I had. It was a memorable day. It was a lot of fun. But due to the lack of going to the establishment, I had to put Jean at Next Door Brewing at number 20. Coming in at number 19, we have Eric, formerly of Silk Exotic. Possibly coming back there. We'll see what happens with that. But Eric has been my bartender, I'd say, at least 10 to 20 times. I don't know exactly how many times. He's partially responsible for getting Captain Orange Vanilla Twist there. It's fun to talk about UFC with Eric, and it's fun to watch UFCs with Eric. So Eric has really done a good job. And I don't go there anymore because Eric isn't there. That could change. But at the moment, Eric comes in at number 19. Number 18, we have Morgan, formerly of Point Cinema. Now, I saw probably her bartend, I would say 6 to 8 times. The first time I went in there, I got my usual order. And the next time I went there and saw this person that I didn't even know her name, she's like, double captain and mozzarella sticks. I'm like, wow, yeah, that's exactly what I want. Point Cinema and Palace Cinema, or Marcus Palace, used to have the most amazing mozzarella sticks. I'm telling you, they're not just plain mozzarella sticks that you can get from like TGI Fridays or something like that. They're amazing, but they changed. They just made them. Now they're to the generic mozzarella sticks you get anywhere. But they used to be awesome. And the fact that she knew what I wanted the second time I saw her, maybe somebody gave her the heads up. I don't know. But Morgan's awesome. It would be nice to see her again. I don't know where she went. Who knows? But she certainly was memorable because of remembering what I wanted. So that's why Morgan comes in at number 18. Number 17, dropping down the list just because of the number of times that I haven't seen her, would be Nolly. Formerly of the Breakwater, she's no longer there. I don't know what happened to her, but she was really awesome bartender. She really had her eye on everything. She really gave a good hookup. Not that I needed a hookup or whatnot, but she really made my friend and me feel welcomed at that particular place. Maybe someday I'll see her again. It would be nice, but at the moment, Nolly comes in at number 17. Number 16, we have Nick, formerly of Point Cinema. Nick was just always at Point Cinema, and then Morgan came along. It seemed like every time I went to see a movie, Nick was there. I hear he went to California. He eventually started growing his beard really long, and he was just a guy. He was kind of cynical. He wasn't very talkative, but talkative enough. He didn't really see the same movies I liked for the most part, but you know what? When you see the same person over and over again, you start to grow a bond with them, and he made a good drink. My captains, that was great. So Nick comes in at number 16. Would love to see him again, but probably won't happen. Number 15. Now, I didn't put this person on the list last time. I probably should have. I guess I spaced it out. But we're going to put Riley of Damon's Pizza Place, who is still there, although the location moved to a different place, but it's relatively close to where it was before. But Riley was awesome. He was a great bar manager. He knew what I wanted. He's the one that got me hooked on Captain because Damon's Pizza Place did not carry Bacardi Limon. Yeah, that's what I used to drink, Bacardi Limon. That was what I wanted back in the day. And also, because I went to Damon's Pizza Place to play Texas Hold'em Poker, he would really give me drink chips to add to my stack, but he would like triple the number of drink chips that I would supposed to be receiving. But hey, I spent a lot of money on tips and food and all that, so I deserved it. But Riley was awesome, and actually, technically, I owe that guy like $20 for a bet on the NBA Finals in 2012, and I haven't seen Riley since then. Yes, it's been a while, but I used to see him every Monday night for about 6 to 8 months straight. So Riley definitely deserves to be on this list, and that's why he comes in at number 15. And I only owe him $20. I should get that to him. I think that's the bet. Maybe I'll give him like $40 to all the time that's went by. I just hadn't seen him in things like Venmo and PayPal and Facebook Pay weren't as accessible back then, so that's why I owe him $20. Otherwise, I would have already gave it to him by then. Coming in at number 14, dropping down the list about 4 spots, we have Heather, formerly of Revert Jim's Roadhouse. Now, Heather was fun to go to. The establishment was nice because the touch tune thing wasn't restricted at all. You could play whatever song you wanted on there, and of course, I would play all the songs that I play, and a lot of Eminem is involved in that as well. And I enjoyed Heather. She was a lot of fun. Now, she no longer works there. I don't know if she plans on bartending ever again. Probably not, but it would be nice to see Heather again, as I haven't had the opportunity to see her since I last saw her at Reverend Jim's Roadhouse. But it was memorable times in there. She probably was my server at least 25 times, maybe a little less, but she was awesome, and that's why Heather comes in at number 14. Coming in at number 13, and I haven't seen this person for a while either, and of course this establishment is no longer there, would be Kyle, formerly of Badger Bull. It's another scenario where the person made me really good drinks, and I went there to play poker for, same thing with Dominus Pizza Place, what is called Badger Poker here where I'm at, and he would hook it up with the extra chips. We got it, for every dollar you spent, you got 1,000 in chips. So I spent, $20 sometimes in one sitting with food, drink, appetizer, and that would be 20 extra chips. Sometimes I would get 25. So Kyle hooked it up. Probably not as much as Riley, but you had to buy more at Dominus Pizza Place to get more chips. It wasn't just 1,000 for every dollar spent or something like that. I don't remember the exact amount it was, but Kyle was cool. Really like Kyle, and I'm sure he's bartending somewhere else, like I said in my last video, and I'm sure I could go see him there, and he'll remember me. Number 12 on my list, we have Sally, formerly of Mr. Brew's Tap House. Now, Sally was pretty awesome. Obviously, somebody that I know as a friend before the bar, and she hooked it up. Now, she's no longer there, which is unfortunate. I probably went to see her 7 or 8 times at Mr. Brew's, and it was a lot of fun. And the food there is amazing. The burgers and the pretzel bites, and even the potato wedges or potato fries, whatever they have there, were really good. I really like the food at Mr. Brew's Tap House, and if you haven't went to Mr. Brew's before, have a burger there. They're to die for, I think. That's what I'm going to say. They're to die for. But Sally was great. It would be cool to have her as a bartender again. I'm not sure if that's in the cards, but I'll leave the opportunity there for her if she does ever get a bartending job again, but I don't think that's going to happen. Number 11, we have a guy that's been serving me drinks for a long time. Haven't got a drink from him in a long time, though, and that would be Gary, formerly of, well, I don't know if he's still there or not. He was at Mondays. It's possible he might still be there, but man, that guy would make a drink. Now, that was in my younger days when drinking alcohol, I couldn't tolerate the taste. Now I can tolerate the taste of alcohol. But he used to hook up and make these just lethal Long Island iced teas and lethal Bacardi Limon and Sprites, and I would have a very hard time finishing them. That's how it used to be back in my younger days, me and finishing drinks. I wouldn't get drunk, but I wouldn't finish the drink sometimes, or it would take me forever to finish the actual beverage. But Gary is legendary around Mondays. And you know what? I bet he's still there. It wouldn't surprise me, though. That's why Gary comes in at number 11. I moved him up the list because I think he was 15 in the last video. But he's memorable. Had to make him at least close to the top 10. Number 10, we have Paul. And he should still be at Aaron's Snug Irish Pub. Paul is somebody I went to high school with, so I know him relatively well. He hooks up on drinks and food, and they are pretty good drinks and food. And obviously the conversation is a lot more because of the fact that I've known him, well, haven't hung out with him a lot, but known him for a long time, let's just say, being in the same class as Paul. But Paul is awesome as a bartender and a bar manager, and I have seen Paul recently, at least in 2021. I have seen him one time. Need to go there a couple more times before the year's over, and that's the plan. But Paul, number 10. Number 9, somebody that used to be really high on this list, and now they've move down the list a little bit, and that would be Carly, formerly of the Nitty Gritty. Now, she is no longer there, and I think she moved away to Milwaukee. But Carly was a really awesome bartender. She always has had a really nice smile on her face. The conversation with her, it wasn't a lot because I was always in a rush to leave. I was basically commuting from one place to another, and that was like I have like 15 minutes free, so make my burger fast or give me 2 drinks really fast and I'll down them. And that's what used to happen at the Nitty Gritty. But Carly was always awesome. And the times that I come in there when I wasn't, coming from work, where I'd have more time to conversate with her, she was really nice and sweet. Miss those days. It would be nice to see her again. It's been a while. I think since 2014, actually. Maybe sooner than that, but it wasn't much later after 2014 that I last saw her. I think it was in August of 2014, actually. But Carly, number 9. Number 8, somebody that's been serving me drinks for quite a while, and I just saw this person Saturday night. I'm recording this video on Tuesday night, and that would be Kevin of Pitcher's Pub. Kevin is a really awesome bartender. Sometimes his personality is a little, hard to deal with for some people, but he's a really good guy. I've seen him for a long time. He used to come into my job and buy gallons of milk, and I'd always give him the hookup on milk. So Kevin is awesome. I used to call him that. There's the guy right there, which I don't know why I called him that, but nonetheless, he certainly hooks it up at Pitcher's Pub. He's a nice guy to talk to. Again, sometimes he can be a little too, I'm not sure exactly what I want to say here, but I have no problems with him, but other people kind of go, wow, this guy's kind of a dick. Well, that's his personality. That's what he does. He comes right out with shit. He doesn't beat around the bush. So Kevin definitely comes in at number 8. And number 7, lucky number 7, we have somebody that's been on this list consistently every time, just like Kevin, and that would be Michelle of Club Bristol. She's been there for a long time. I've seen her even a couple times this year already. She makes a pretty good drink. She's good conversationalist. She's a little goofy sometimes, but hey, that's what we like. We like somebody that wants to talk and be goofy and make us laugh, and that's exactly what Michelle does. And Michelle actually got me interested in meeting celebrities, where now if I know a celebrity's going to be in a town, I go out of my way to go to those places and have that memorable experience, which before I never would go out of my way to do anything. That's how I met John Jones, and that's how I met Tiffany Thiessen, because of Michelle's love for horror movie conventions and meeting people from different horror movies. So that's why she's number 7. A newcomer to the list, number 6, we have Shay of the Breakwater. Now, Shay, I've only seen her probably 6 times at the moment, but she is really good. She does a really good job of having a quick conversation with you, but also going over to the next person to make them a drink. That way they're not irritated that somebody's just in there talking to the same person for a long time. She did a really good job during my most recent birthday gathering of bartending, and I was really satisfied with the work that she did and the fact that she was there, and how the place ran that day, which we'll get into that in a minute here. But Shay definitely is awesome. Definitely looking forward to seeing her more often with another person at the Breakwater. So that's why Shay has made her debut on the list at number 6. Number 5, we have Jessica from the Marcus Palace. Jessica is pretty awesome. She doesn't bartend as much as she used to. She still bartends every once in a while, but Jessica was really attentive and really quick to get what I wanted. I really like that, because sometimes I get annoyed when I'm sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. It's almost to the point where I wasn't even done with the drink and she was already pouring me another one, which is awesome. But she definitely does a good job there at the Palace. Always had my mozzarella sticks ready for me and whatever else I wanted, which was usually just mozzarella sticks and a double captain. It would be nice to see Jessica more often, but it's not in the cards at the moment, just because the movie theater isn't as entertaining as it used to be. Although I do want to see Don't Breathe 2, which comes out next Friday night. So we'll see. Maybe I'll make a trip to the Palace to see Jessica if she's bartending. She manages now too, so it's kind of not her thing anymore to bartend. But she does randomly bartend every once in a while still. Number 4, another person that's consistently on this list all the time, and that would be Brittany of Club Bristol. Brittany's really good. She makes a wicked ass drink and usually makes the people I come in with sick most of the time. And she's very good to conversate with too, and obviously really easy on the eyes, like everybody, even Kevin and Eric and Paul. But Brittany's pretty awesome. I mean, she's been bartending there since 2010, and she's still there. I've seen her about 3 or 4 times already this year, and she's still as awesome as ever, just like Michelle and everybody else at the club. But she's definitely an awesome bartender, and if you haven't been there, you need to go there and see Brittany, because she is awesome. And that's why Brittany makes the list at number 4. Number 3, making her debut on this particular list, would be Amanda from the Breakwater. I'll tell you what, I've had lots of birthday gatherings at different establishments, and nobody has went out of their way as much as Amanda went out of her way for me on my birthday, with decorating the whole place, putting balloons, putting signs, making everybody sign a card, getting me a gift card. It was just a very awesome experience, and I'm actually just grateful for the time that it took for her to do all this stuff. And it wasn't that difficult, but the fact that she did it. Other places where I know the person a lot better, they haven't done that for me yet. But Amanda really went out of her way. I was actually almost overwhelmed by all the wishes and all the things that Amanda did. So Amanda comes in number 3 and could be moving up this list. All right, so we are down to the final 2. And most of you that are watching this video that know me probably know who the 2 are. And I made the change this year. I made a change, finally. Coming in at number 2, we have Scarlett. Formerly of Club Bristol and Paradise City. Scarlett was number 1 for quite a while. But Scarlett hasn't bartended since 2015. And it was time to make a change. Scarlett was awesome, though. I'm telling you, she was an awesome bartender. Now, like Jessica, when I had a drink that was getting empty, it would be filled before I got through with my other one. In fact, I already had another glass full right next to me where Jessica would stand there and wait. But Scarlett really had my shit on lockdown. She was pretty awesome. I never had any issues with her bartending. Some people do. I never had one problem whatsoever with her, whether it be at Bristol or Paradise City. And I miss those days. Maybe someday it'll happen again, but I'm down on that. But Scarlett comes in number 2 for once. So that means, by process of elimination, my favorite bartender currently of all time, we have Sarah. Formerly of Mondays and formerly of Joe's Fire Station. Now, unfortunately, Joe's Fire Station did close. I don't know if Sarah's going to be my bartender again. Maybe I'll have her bartend for private events, but she is awesome. You've got a bartender that's got the looks down. You've got a bartender that's got the personality, and she just is amazing. Now, I have issues with some of the places she bartends at. Like Joe's didn't have a card swiper, so you couldn't use a card, which makes it very inconvenient to go to that place. But hey, I made it work because I was there an awful lot, and she's been a friend for many years, and she will continue to be a friend. She will go down at one point as my favorite bartender of all time. Maybe this list will change the next time, but at least she is my favorite bartender of all time at one point, taking the mantle away from Scarlett. So there you have it, my top 20 favorite bartenders of all time. And what I'll do is I'll link the other 2 videos that I did about bartenders in the end credits of the video. I did one in early 2018, and I also did the one that I talked about in August of 2020, or no, I'm sorry, August of 2019. Check those out, but let's recap the list really quick. Gene, number 20, Eric, number 19, Morgan, number 18, Nolly, number 17, Nick, number 16, number 15 was Riley, Heather, 14, Kyle, 13, Sally, 12, 11, Gary, 10, Paul, 9, Carly, 8, Kevin, 7, Michelle, 6, Shay, 5, Jessica, 4, Brittany, 3, Amanda, 2, Scarlett, and Sarah, number 1. So, what do you think? If you're a fan of these bartenders, I'm sure you know who some of them are. make sure you smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in me talking about my favorite bartenders, which I'm sure there's a million people that would, share the video with them. Make sure you sound off in the comments section about, I'm sure you've seen at least 10 of these bartenders. Let me know who you like in the comments section. Give me your top 3 in order. That would be awesome to kind of compare with what all my friends think of these particular bartenders. And we need to grow this channel. Last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, be a part of something special, have fun listening to me talk about my bartenders, and J-Dev will return.